Wassup Agents, Epic Slayers here, welcome back to a brand new Division video. So today I want to talk about whether classified gear sets have kind of ruined the build diversity in the Division, certainly for PvP. I won't be touching upon PvE just because almost every bit of gear in the game you can use in PvE, and actually gear sets have made PvE just that much easier. So if you enjoy this video, please do drop a like. It's kind of going to be a ramble video, so hopefully you guys enjoy that one. And also please leave your comments in the comment section below, as I'd like to hear your guys' feedback. So let's get to it. So this video is kind of on the back of my last video where I used a non-meta build, if you want to call it, instant skirmish, just to see if it's still viable now. Now, unfortunately in that video I did actually play pretty well, but overall the team played pretty well, and it didn't really show you a true reflection of how the gear sets are forming at this present time. A lot of people left comments saying, yeah, you know, it was almost any build is good in skirmish and last stand, but when you go into the DZ, that's where you really see the meta. And that's very true, and that's why I don't go in the DZ, because I don't want to have to be combating 6-piece striker squads or predator or nomad squads. I don't want to have to kill a 4 squad all running nomad, you know, 16 times because they've all proc their nomad 4 times each. I don't want to do that, and I'd rather run in something like last stand and skirmish, where it's a little bit more fair. Not completely, not at all. Striker still dominates, predator still dominates, and so does nomad, but it's a little bit more fair than the dark zone. Now, really, I'm not going to be going through any lot of stats or any numbers or anything like that. I'm simply going to go from my experience of playing the game and having put in, you know, almost 3,000 hours on this game at this present time. So if you've been following me from kind of day one, or certainly since 1.7, then you'll know that I used to do a what's called a against the meta sort of video, and it was quite popular on my channel. I had to pull it down just because, at least for now anyway, just because at the moment it's almost impossible to do a video like that without actually raging massively. So I used to do those sort of videos just because there was loads of build diversity. In 1.7, when we had Ninja Bike, with the new changes, Ninja Bike made a massive difference to just how the game was in respect to build diversity, right? And I thought that at that point the game was the most balanced it could be. I could run into any PvP game mode with any weapon and do very well. Well, not any weapon actually, with any gear set and do very well. Regardless of what, you know, weapon I was using, I could run with almost any gear set and at least in PvP do pretty well. As of right now, that's not the same at all. I mean, if you're going to go into any PvP mode, then it's always going to be Striker, Nomad, and Predator. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, you know, stop bitching about these gear sets. This is the most balanced this game has ever been. And I have to disagree with every single one of you who says that, because I would like you to go back to previous updates, not all the way back to Sentry Striker and stuff like that, but at least to the last update where, you know, you could run into any of these modes. As you'll see in all my videos, I ran in with AKs, any gear. I ran in with, I think at one point I ran in with every single piece of gear was different. It wasn't even, you know, it wasn't a build, and I still did really well. I would never be able to do that well now, just because you just can't do that anymore. You get shredded so quickly by certain builds like Predator that have crazy damage and crazy toughness, and then you also have Striker, which has the highest damage and the highest sustain in the game, as well as healing, which no other gear set offers, really. So at this present time, I mean, in my opinion, build diversity has really taken a massive backseat as of 1.8, and I'm not asking for nerfs to gear sets. I'm really not. I'd much rather see buffs to other gear sets, but we know that we are going to see nerfs to these gear sets. I mean, Massive aren't going to buff every other gear set, which could take, you know, X amount of time, when they can just nerf a couple of gear sets and we can get it a lot sooner. And that's what's going to happen. So do I agree with that? I don't agree with the nerfs. No, I don't. As I said, I'd much rather they buff gear sets, but I agree that there needs to be changes, absolutely. Now, for all the people who say, you know, just leave the game as it is, it's balanced, just leave it, stop messing with the game, you're the people that ruin games like this. No, the reason I want these, you know, I want changes, because I want the game to be in the best place possible. New people who join this game right now who do not have 6-piece Striker or 6-piece Nomad or 6-piece Predator, who go into PvP and have never played PvP before, will play a couple of games and they will never play again, because they will get melted in seconds. And even if they got something like Ninja Bike as well, then even at that point it's still very, very difficult unless you're an experienced PvP. Even someone like me who's done loads of PvP, even for someone like me, it's difficult to actually compete in those game modes at this present time, because I don't have 6-piece Striker, I don't have 6-piece Predator. I have 6-piece Nomad, but I don't use it. Well, I mean, to me it's just cheesy, and I don't want to be using it. I'd much rather, you know, fight against someone that's balanced, and there's a little bit of skill involved or movement involved and understanding the game mechanics involved. I'd much rather have that than a gear-to-gear sort of combat, which the game has always been that way, but I do think that this what we have now for 1.8 in respect of gear is one of the most unbalanced patches that I personally feel like I've been a part of. I really do. I feel as though Striker is so overpowered that it's just beyond belief. I mean, there is no gear set that offers that much damage, that much sustain, and healing. Not even close. Predator is kind of very... I mean, Predator's very strong, obviously. Nomad gives you about 25 lives if you're lucky enough, but it normally gives you between 2 or 3 lives, I find. No other gear set offers that. No, if you go for a Ninja Bike hybrid build, you got... I mean, yes, it's good. It can be good in Last Stand and PvP. Last Stand and Skirmish, if you're against the right people. But if you're against people who are using Striker and they know how to use it, I mean, you got no chance. No matter how good you are with Ninja Bike builds, unless you're Marco Star or Wids or something like that, then that's just crazy. But there you go, guys. I mean, that's my ramble. In my opinion, I do think that this is the most unbalanced the game's been, at least since the last patch. I really think this patch has ruined PvP, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people actually as well. So yeah, let me know what your comments are below. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will agree with me. I'm sure a lot of you won't agree with me, and that's absolutely fine. I mean, at the end of the day, we all play this game. We all want to contribute, and it's everyone's opinion that will get us there, and that's absolutely fine. You're completely entitled to your opinion. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below. I do read them all. So yeah, there you go, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy this one. If you did, drop a like, and until the next one, epic out.